When the music changes, so does the dance. Welcome to episode 15 of our Design to Win podcast. I'm your host, C. Ruth Taylor, and this is a program where we share entrepreneur secrets and keys to winning your life and career. In this episode, we are going to be talking about traditional versus independent publishing. Which option is best for you? I invite you now to listen to my reasons for going with the independent publishing route as part of a course that I am now offering to help independent authors write and publish their winning books now. Traditional versus independent or self-publishing. Which publishing option is right for you? A few years ago, or I should say maybe about 10 years ago, up to about 2008, if you published any other way other than going via the traditional route, you would have been considered not to be a real author and people would look down on your work. But all that has changed, and now people are self-publishing and they're not waiting on an established publishing house to give them the okay to publish their book. With the invention of Kindle and the Amazon company and other print on demand companies, the publishing industry has radically changed. And so you don't necessarily have to get an agent and face rejection after rejection to be able to publish your book or wait for a whole year to publish your book. You can do it yourself. In traditional publishing, you would get an agent and they would make query and they would try to get different publishing houses to accept your work. And it was a long, tedious process, and it was filled and still is filled with rejections. You have to really wait. For example, the Chicken Soup for the Soul by Jack Canfield and Mark Victor Hansen was rejected 130 times before they found a publisher. J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter book was rejected, I heard, about 12 times before she got a publishing contract. And so it was a difficult process. But the good thing about traditional publishing is that they covered all the costs. So you would get an advance and then they would have their team to work on the entire book for you. And all you have to do is respond to them and wait for the book to come. And if you are what they consider to be an A-list author, meaning you have a platform already, then they would put out a lot of marketing effort and publish your book, and then you would get your advance. And that is not paid out all at once. It is paid out sometimes twice, and then after you've out earned the advance, meaning that your books have been sold and now what they gave you, the books have sold to that amount, then you will get what we call royalty, which is you would get anywhere between 5 and sometimes up to, I think, 10 to 15% of the profits. And you would have given away your rights, so you would have not had creative control over your work. So the publishing house would tell you what to do, and they still do that, so it is not a thing of the past. But more and more authors are not going that route. They're not trying to be validated. They're publishing their work themselves. Now, if you want to get a Pulitzer or a literary award or get your book into libraries and bookstores, it is sometimes better to go the traditional route. Going the independent or self-publishing route is going to be difficult if you're looking to win literary awards. Although right now the Association of Independent Authors, they are working on awards for indies. If you're looking for awards and if it's a textbook and those kind of things that you're producing, then it is best to go the traditional route. Indie publishing or independent publishing, this is where I say you are the captain of the ship. You have full control over what happens to your book, and you can get set the amount of royalty that you want. So independent publishing, think of an independent movie maker, an independent artist. You are running the show, you're the captain of the ship. And as an independent author and you're publishing your book, you can partner with professionals, and independent authors generally partner with professional graphic designers, editors, formatters to get their books done. It's just that they're not working with a company, and so they are employing a hybrid method. They may do some of the work themselves or completely outsource it to others. Self-publishing now, you are trying to do as much of it as possible yourself, and you can do that. And with print on demand companies like Amazon, you can print through Kindle Direct Publishing, and all you have to do is choose your distribution platform as an independent author or a self-publishing author. So for example, you have Lulu, you have Smashwords, you have Ingram Spark, you have Amazon, you have Draft Digital, and you have Nook, Kobo, iBooks, and you have aggregate distributors that will distribute your books like Draft Digital to a wide cross section of platforms. Amazon does that as well, so you can get your book to go global. And so you have to determine which is best for you. If you're going to go the independent or self-publishing route, you will have to do all the work, the marketing, the sales. And if you want to become a successful indie author, it means you have to adopt the mindset of an author entrepreneur. You have to think like an entrepreneur and be willing to put in the work. And you can pay others to do it, but in the long run, you will have to do the work. But then you have creative control over your work, and you own the rights up to 70 years after it is published. And so it is just a new day in publishing, and the possibilities are endless. Now, this module and this course is not so much focusing on your publishing options, but I wanted to introduce that to you so that you can bear that at the back of your mind. So let's get on to it. I'm going to be talking about writing fast in the next lecture. So which option will you choose? Consider it well based on your goals in publishing. This is Ruth Taylor reminding you that life doesn't get better by chance, it gets better by design. So carefully design to win today. And as it relates to book publishing, consider your options wisely. Ta for now, until next time.